I'm here at the south end of Henderson Ridge in Cooke City, where a snowmobiler triggered this huge slide that broke 15 feet deep. This happened 3 days ago. It tapers down to about a foot and a half at its thinnest areas. And one of the questions we ask ourselves when we're up here in these huge slides is, where can you trigger this from? Because you're not going to trigger it at its steepest spot, you're going to trigger it where it's thin. And on this slope, there's a lot of rocky, thin areas where a snowmobiler can collapse that weak layer. That weak layer can propagate across the slope underneath these huge wind slabs. Now, this poses two problems. The first problem is, if you're caught in an avalanche like this, it's going to kill you because it's just so big, it's a hard slab, these are pretty unsurvivable. The second problem we've got here is that this weak layer underneath the ground, the weak layer that we're finding on the ground is all over the place. And so we're really concerned with spots that have this wind load over the weak layer, above tree line, up at higher elevations where it's exposed, because our standard things like digging a snow pit is not going to help. A snow pit wouldn't have helped in this situation. So avoidance and being really careful is kind of what we have to do. Now, with time, these types of slopes are gonna get harder and harder to trigger. And so even though technically we can say, oh, the danger is going down or it's getting a little safer, not really, because if you got unlucky, it's gonna kill you. And that's what we're really concerned about.